And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. I screwed up. I made an intro for this stream and I played the wrong one. So we're just going to go ahead and start the stream.
Just imagine it's the proper intro.
Yes, because we totally know what the hell we're doing here. Right? It's just one of our usual streams that we do all the time.
We've done this a million times before, right?
Jenny K says, nice legs, strides. Well, thanks for tuning in, Jenny K. And thank you to everyone for joining us for a stream that popped into my head while Ken was streaming. Someone asked if he had ever been to my home.
Yeah.
And Ken said no, but it would make his life so much better if you got to come in.
It's my dream. It's always been my dream to be in the inner sanctum.
So
in the heart of Stridesland. I'm like in Stridesland in the actual Strides pad.
Yeah.
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 Who would have thought?
For some reason, I just felt I was talking to Kenny Hotz. I don't know. You're kind of giving off Kenny Hotz vibes. But yeah, so we just thought we would just kind of hang out with you guys. This might go an hour. I don't know, an hour and a half. I have no idea. But I do know I'm going to need an adult beverage to get through it. So this is the usual Blood Light. We do have the chat up on the TV. We can also see it on the...
Hello, Marge.
On
How
the
you
laptop.
Doing? Hey, Whitby dude. Hey,
Lisa
Corey
says
Hart
audio
says
is-
Stephanie Jackson. What is she talking about? What is she referring to?
Audio
with the-
is jank.
The Corey Hart.
All right, let me check the audio. We do have the chat up on the TV. We can also see it. Ooh, yeah, there is some
On the-
crackling with the audio. This was not
Hello,
crackling
Mark.
earlier. Let me see if I can... I'm going to leave Ken in charge while I go try to fix this.
Hello, Jenny. How you doing? You know, I have gotten a comment before that I reminded someone of Kenny Hotz, so it's not the first time that's happened, yeah. When my hair was longer, kind of more like he has his hair, right?
All right, let's try...
Technical difficulty.
All right, is it still crackling? Yay, nay. I don't know what the hell I just did. Let us know if it's still crackling. If it's not, then
Hey, good to
I don't
see
know
you,
what to tell
Sheena.
you. Well, Ken get half of the super chats. No, we just talked about this. Any super chats that come this way on the stream, not that I think there'll be any, will go to me, and then on Ken's channel, any super chats that go to him will go to him. You can support him. Go to his channel at the Ken Continuum. He's got YouTube channel memberships. He's got PayPal. I have all that stuff too. So just know that.
It's up to you, whatever, you know. This is Johnny's stream, so the super chats go to Johnny. That's just how it works on YouTube.
And allegedly, the audio is fixed. Thank you so much. Mike Landry, $3. Hello, Johnny and Ken.
Hey, Mike.
Cheers.
Long time no see.
And if you're wondering, thanks again, Mike. After Ken just did a live stream on his channel, and it finished about 30 minutes ago. We came over here and we did a push-up, arm wrestling, and pull-up contest, and I won all three, not surprisingly.
Yeah.
Ken didn't even win. I didn't even give him a pity win. I didn't.
I got to tell you, yeah. I was humbled, I say, yeah.
Kinda,
Do you want to do a flex?
No.
A dual flex?
no,
Okay.
no, I've already showed you up. Jellybean says still crackling. Jenny K says the audio sucks. You know what? I will switch over to a different audio system, but in the meantime, we'll just go with the camera. Let's see how this works. All right, Ken, just...
It's weird seeing everything with a delay here.
Lisa, member for 48 months. No bueno on the audio. Thank you, Lisa. Hopefully this works with the audio system, but in the meantime, we'll just go with the camera.
Oh, yeah, I can
Let's
hear
see
the
how this
crackling.
works. Yeah, that annoying crackling. That shouldn't be crackling. I'm just...
It's weird seeing everything with a delay here.
Lisa, member for 48 months. No bueno on the audio. Thank you, Lisa. Hopefully this works. I don't know what's causing the crackling. I tested it. It worked fine. We literally did a test recording right before this.
Yeah.
and it worked, and it's still crackling. All right, I got to try to fix this. We'll leave Ken. You'll be in charge of the stream. They're crackling. I tested it. It worked fine.
No root beer at the moment. I might have some root beer later. We might have some pizza coming later.
We might have to rejig this stuff.
That's a good question, Sandman.
I've got an idea.
Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, hello. Get the hair powder. Yeah, where is that hair powder? Should I use hair powder? I don't think my hair is long enough for that.
Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 1 2. Okay. We need to boost the gain on this. Ken, can you speak now?
Hello, I'm speaking.
All right. How's the audio now, guys? Is that better? Let's see. It might be a little bit out of sync right now, but let's see if that's better. I switched the audio. Ken, can you speak now?
Hello, I'm speaking.
Still. Okay, it should not be doing it now.
Right.
How's the audio now, guys? Is that better? Let's see. It might be a little bit out of sync right now, but let's see if that's better. I switched the audio. Oh, I think that's better. I think we might have fixed it. Let me just add a little gain increase.
Oh, we got a super chat from Lisa. $5 for the effort.
I think it was successful. Properties. I swear I tested it. All right. Ken, can you say something?
What's going on?
Okay, you're going to hear an echo for a second. I think that might have fixed it. All right. Ken, can you say something?
What's going on? Hey, it's better.
Okay. I did it. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa, for the super chat. But all right, note to self, do not run the audio off the camera. I hooked up my wireless receiving gear to the camera thinking that would be easier and it would all be simplified. But instead, it's now running through the computer. First time I've ever done this. It worked in testing, but thank you, Lisa, for the $5. Ken, I can give you a little hack for getting super chats. Just fuck something up. Drop your camera or something, and Lisa will be right there with the...
For the effort, yeah.
Yeah, and Epic Nation HD, aka Liam, it was good to see you at the end of Ken's stream, and thank you for the Cokes, much needed after a hot walk. Thank you, Liam. Chris G says better. Jellybean, $5. Johnny needs one of those cookies. Billy T says PC for the win.
Yeah, that cookie. Oof, that was something else, man.
Yeah. So we really didn't think this through in terms of what we're doing. I was like, we'll just turn the camera on. We'll sit down next to each other. We'll have a little chat.
I feel like I'm not comfortable enough. Let me see if I can get a more comfortable kind of...
Uh-oh. We might have to cover up the lens.
How's this?
If you get too comfortable.
I think this is better. Yeah.
Cam says, is this a Johnny and Ken podcast? Podcasts are usually like audio perfection, and this has kind of been the opposite of that. But I'm feeling kind of hungry, so I'm going to order a pizza. Ken, what do you like on your half of the pizza?
Tomatoes and onions.
That's it?
Yeah,
All right.
that's it. Yeah.
It's a very...
We'll just keep it simple. Yeah.
So if it were a 4-topping pizza...
Well, I guess...
Oh, no. 1 3 topping. All right. build your own. Do you like original hand, New York style, or crunchy thin?
I guess New York style.
Oh, that's 6 slices. That's really thin. Okay.
Is it?
And you want...
Well, whatever you like. You know, I'm just going to have a quarter of the pizza. So the rest is all you.
You want tomatoes and... Isn't this the best stream you've ever had? Tomatoes
and onions.
And onions.
Yeah.
Would you like a third?
What are the other options?
Pineapple, mushroom.
Okay, definitely not.
Banana peppers.
No, I guess that's good.
Okay, we'll put 4 toppings on my side. Now you entertain everyone while I build my side of the pizza. Are you okay if I put meat on my side?
Of course, yeah.
All right. I hope it leaks some protein over to your side.
I'm not one of those vegetarians that worries about stuff like that, you know? Yeah.
This is why people tuned in. All right, so apparently you had a bit of a story to tell us about some cookies you ate.
Yeah, well, I told the whole cookie story during my stream right before this. So I think most people who are watching now were watching that also. Maybe there's a few people here who haven't heard about this, but I was gifted some cookies. I was doing a stream with Felicity on Sunday where we went to a bunch of different cookie stores to try out some cookies, you know, and give our rating, just take a bite. This is an 8 out of 10 or whatever. And we went to a couple places, and then we got sniped by a viewer who brought us more cookies, homemade cookies, to add to our cookie stream. So I was like, oh, thank you. He was very nice, you know, very friendly. I asked what was in these cookies, and we were told they were loaded. And I was like, well, loaded with what? You know, but I didn't think loaded meant loaded with anything other than ingredients, regular cookie ingredients. So Felicity and I both tried one of the cookies. We both had a piece of one. And then within an hour, I was like tripping balls, to just use an expression. They were loaded all right. And I was tripping balls, and I went through a psychedelic experience while I was still streaming. So that's all in my stream from Sunday, where I start to feel the effects of the cookie. And it lasted all night. It lasted all night long. But if you want to hear the whole story, just watch the replay of my stream I did today, right before this, and you'll hear the whole story in detail, because I covered most of it, I think.
Yeah, didn't you run into a dingus on that stream?
And I ran into a like a 10 out of 10 maximum dingus. Yeah, you know, you don't get those maximum level
like
dinguses very
dingus.
often. Yeah, super dingus. Because we were at one of the cookie stores. Felicity was inside buying the cookie. I couldn't go in because they had copyright music playing. So I was standing outside waiting, streaming. Yahia was there because he sniped us. And I was just chit-chatting, waiting for Felicity to come out. And then a passerby, this woman was passing by, saw what I was doing, streaming, and then she accused me of recording Felicity without her knowledge, right? She said, like, does she know that you're recording her? And I was like, what? She goes, the girl in the store, does she know you're recording her? I go, yeah, that's my friend. We're live streaming together. And she's like, the girl buying the cookies. I go, yeah, that's my friend, yeah. And then she couldn't, I guess, accuse me of anything there. So then she pivoted to like, well, you shouldn't be recording people at all in public. You know, you can't do that. And then of course we had to get into the whole argument of like, yes, you can. And there's no expectation of privacy in public and all that stuff, you know. But she didn't believe me. She was insistent that she was right. She was confidently incorrect, you know, to use a Reddit term, you know. She was really confidently incorrect, and I kept telling her that she was wrong and that she doesn't know anything. And then she started laughing, implying that I didn't know anything, and I told her I knew more than her because I did this for a living, you know.
Apparently you do,
yeah. Yeah, I do this for a living, I said, so I know more than you. And she also made some remark about how I shouldn't be doing it because it's Mother's Day, and there's like
Yeah, she said something about kids.
there's women and children walking around because it's Mother's Day, and I'm like, what?
As if they need special treatment from everyone else.
Right, like from the big bad streamer, you know? I don't know. It was just ridiculous. A 10 out of 10 dingus, anyway, you know?
Yeah, what's...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So that was an eventful stream, you know? Yeah.
Does she tell off everyone taking a selfie that someone might be in the background?
I know, right? Yeah.
And why, if you were doing something creepy, or let's say you're like casing a place, right?
Right.
Or you're stalking someone and recording them, would you have a phone on a giant gimbal walking around like this, drawing attention to yourself?
Yeah.
Like
that's how you be sneaky, apparently.
You think there'd be a more discreet way to do it? And does she think she's the first person to ever come across this person doing this bad illegal thing?
Apparently, yeah. I don't know what world she's living in, but maybe she ate some cookies also.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't. You seem to have like a dingus magnet.
Well,
Like,
lately I've been pretty dingus free for like a long time, you know. I thought, oh, this is nice, you know. So that was the first one in a while that I've had. But it was a doozy. Yeah, it was a doozy.
yeah, I can't even remember the last time I had someone. I did have a security guard at the distillery district tell me yesterday, no recording.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I was like, this is just YouTube.
That
and he's like,
seems
you can't do YouTube. And I was like, what about all the people like making Instagram reels and like pulling out their phones and the thousands of videos of the distillery district online?
Apparently that's all okay, right?
Apparently they draw the line at a YouTuber who
a
happens
YouTuber,
to be standing next to the security booth.
Right.
It was kind of just mind-blowing.
But you told them that you'll be back.
I did.
Yeah, all right, good.
I said, yes, I will be back and I will record here again. Every time I walk by there, I walk through there. I've never had an issue. During the Christmas Village, when they have like people at the gates, I've walked through there. They've seen me streaming. They're like,
yeah.
no one says
Me
anything.
neither. The only issue there is copyright music. It's
Yeah.
never been security. So it must have been a new security person, I'm guessing, or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But why would you choose that hill to die on and like...
You're just having a day, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I put up a poll when I did order a pizza.
Clem Lau says, know your rights. Yeah, just like T-Shods would say.
T-Shot says. That's a... All right, so... Well, the pizza is not being made yet. 21% say by 7:45, 52% 7:45 to 7:55, 27% 7:55 plus. So this is it. This is the grand plan.
We're doing the thing, yeah. I think it's about time, you know. We like hung out.
Yeah, we've never hung out outside of YouTube, and even the
Yeah.
one time we're hanging out, it's
Still YouTube, but
There's
at
a
least
friggin-
you know, it's different though. It's different. It's good. I like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool. I've never been to Ken's place, but
You've been
I've seen
outside
it.
of it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you brought me those Easter chocolates.
and one time I was recording outside it, and there was a fire truck and like
Right.
20 firemen.
Well, my apartment is smaller than yours. Just to give you an idea. Like by I'd say 25% smaller than yours. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good size. It's like 500. So yours, this is like 500. So yours
Mine is 300 square feet. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's tiny. It's tiny.
Yeah, well, in a new building, that would be like a bedroom plus den. So
Right.
it's kind of.
But I only pay $860 all inclusive every month, right? So,
Yeah, I'm almost up to $1,200 a month for this place.
right. Which
Almost.
is still a good deal, you know. So,
Good relative to what else is out there.
right, right.
But they just pretty much max increase me every year, and they just renovated like the whole building, and they're applying for an above board increase. So.
Yeah. They haven't tried to pull that in my building yet, but I sort of expect it though.
I just asked them for a new bathroom. Like my tub is peeling, my medicine
Yeah, I
cabinet's
need a
all
new bathroom
gross.
actually. If they up my rent by $50 and they fix my bathroom, then I'd be okay with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Mega Tokyo says, I just had a moment thinking of the scene in Friends with Mike and Ross sitting on the couch just having the most awkward.
When they take a nap together, yeah.
No, there's
Should Johnny and I take a nap
There's
together?
very unnoticeable to you piece of plexiglass right here that we will not be crossing over.
I think Joey said it was the best sleep of his life, right? Yeah.
So if you guys have any questions for us, feel free to shoot them our way. We do have our eyes on the screen. If it appears as if we're looking a little over that way, and that's because the camera is there, the chat is over there, but yeah, feel free to ask Ken anything and everything. He said he'd be extremely candid and willing to share.
I usually am.
So. Jenny K wants to know, why do you wear your sunglasses inside?
I was waiting. I was waiting for someone to ask me about my sunglasses, actually. That was all part of the plan. So, Jenny K, you were the one who first said something. So
ooh, Lisa has a question for you. How do you say Grosvenor?
Grosvenor.
Grosvenor.
Yeah.
Grosvenor. Not Grosvenor. Not Grosvenor. Grosvenor.
Grosvenor.
Jellybean asks, who is your favorite subscriber? My favorite subscriber is the Ken Continuum. Who is yours?
Let me think about it. So many choices. There's this weird guy named Johnny Stumbles. Yeah.
Guy who used to get high quite regularly on his streams,
that's
but he doesn't really
do that,
anymore.
Yeah.
He's kind of lame now.
Yeah.
He just kind of...
Yeah, he fell off. What happened to that guy?
Well, he gets more viewers than ever, but all his live streams are him turning on the computer, has no plan, talks to people for 20 minutes, then he pulls up Blog TO, reads a few articles, goes to Reddit, reads a few articles, and he bitches and moans and complains about God knows what, just random stuff. Then he takes a few phone calls from viewers, usually Dylan Reynolds and Peter Bradfield.
I think he took a phone call from me one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he has a good night. So that guy is getting kind of lame. He needs to up his game.
See, I was waiting for people to ask me about my sunglasses just so I could take them off in a dramatic fashion. So there we go. Microphone.
Lisa says Apple products. You'll be pleased to know we are using an Apple product, my MacBook Air, which I can control my most awesome Windows PC from. So we don't need a stinking producer to make this live stream all professional, do we? What are the beverages with the pizza? Well, I'm having beer. I have a root beer in the fridge if Ken wishes. Otherwise, I have a bunch of bubblies.
Once the pizza gets here, I'll be all over that root beer. Yeah. I haven't had Domino's pizza in 15 years.
Neither have I. I haven't ordered it since the whole Trump shit went on.
Oh, but I'm talking about 15 years though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like 15 years for me because I switched to pizza for like my economical delivery pizza, and I've just been eating this cardboard that's kind of resembles a pizza. So tonight, fuck it, special occasion, we ordered Domino's. Sorry, Canadians, I guess.
Yeah. Ever since I moved to Toronto, haven't had it. There's a Domino's not too far away from me also at Wellesley.
And this one we ordered thin crust, so it's going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
Probably healthier, but a little bit different. AO is here. Greetings. Sheena Roberts, Medano, Marge. I think I saw Vivian. Joanne wants to know who started YouTubing first.
Like in the walking.
Well, let's start with this. Whose first video ever went up first?
For walk tubing?
For anything.
For anything? I don't know. Mine was on a different channel. The one that's called Ken Continues now. I think that one was in 2008. 2008.
Oh, geez, you killed me.
Yeah.
I once uploaded like a video of me scoring an own goal in NHL hockey in like 2014.
Okay.
Then I didn't upload anything until like 2019.
Okay. Yeah, I had a small channel I started in 2008 where I had a video of my old apartment in North Bay and my cat. Basically, this is my cat, this is my apartment. So that video is still on that channel. And a few other ones I did after that. And then I started the Ken Continuum channel in 2015. But it wasn't a walking channel originally. I was doing little skit type videos where I like talked to the camera, like ranting about stuff.
What was your goal with that? Were you trying to like...
I was trying to become like a superwoman type YouTuber, like Lily Singh, you know? I used to watch all of her videos, yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
But
That devolved into
I
walking around.
I did it for like a few months, and I made maybe like half a dozen videos, and each video was maybe like 5 minutes long, you know. But it was just so like hard to think up good ideas that I thought were entertaining enough to make a video about, and then all the editing, like there was so many jump cuts, you know, and that sort of thing.
Oh man, the editing is rough.
Editing for hours and hours and hours just for a 5-minute video, you know, and I was just like, I'm not really enjoying doing this, and I felt too much pressure to come up with like funny ideas also for like my little skits. So I just sort of stopped making those videos. I kept them on the channel though.
When you get big enough, you can hire someone to do all the thinking for you,
Right,
and then you're
right,
literally
yeah.
just an actor.
Right.
Someone else can do
But-
all the camera stuff, and
I did leave one of those videos on the Ken Continuum channel. I privated all of the other ones. I left one that's still up there called like, is it Coke or is it pop? No, not Coke. Is it soda or is it pop? Talking about the differences between whether you call it soda or pop, right? So that one's still on there.
which one do you call it?
I call it pop, of course.
Yeah,
Like
because
Canadian.
you're a normal
Yeah.
person, right? Just
Yeah.
like you call it Dundas Square.
Right,
And
right,
the
right.
Skydo, right?
Right.
Like a normal person.
So that's one of
and
the
Dundas Station.
oldest videos on my channel. That's still on there. And then I did a apartment tour video also.
That one kind of blew up a little bit,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah. That one blew up a little bit. And then I did my first walking video in July of 2018. Walk like a regular long form walking video.
And what did you look like on the street? Were you holding a phone? Was it on a selfie stick?
I was holding my phone in my hand like this, my iPhone, and just walking with it.
With
Yeah.
zero stabilization.
No stabilization. So it was literally like
Unwatchable.
it was unwatchable, yeah. But I still thought it was good, so I uploaded it, and I was like, yeah, this is good, because I just didn't know any better, right? Yeah. And
Well,
it got views.
And that wasn't really a thing back then. Like, when did Action Kid start? Like 2019?
He started before me. But not that much longer, because I saw his videos, right? And that was why I thought I would do one. So yeah, so it'll be 7 years in July since my first walking video. Yeah.
7 years in July. I think mine was 2019, my first one at some point. So 6 and change, I guess.
Yeah. So I think you, like 6 months later, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, what did it for me was the pocket camera.
Right.
Like, I was way too shy to walk around in public with a camera. And I
Right.
saw this, like, tiny little handheld thing came out. And it was stupid, at least in my mind at the time. I'm like, that is really expensive. But I was like, it looked really good. It, like, stabilized the footage. And I got all excited. I'm like, I can do walking videos. So I went out and I made a whole bunch. I uploaded them. And then before that, I was doing, like, these goofy hyperlapses.
I remember those, yeah.
And those ones were even more discreet because I would literally put the GoPro on my
Yeah.
backpack and I would just walk.
Yeah, I remember seeing those pop up, and I thought like, oh, I have a competitor. And then I was like, oh, but he's doing hyperlapses, so he's doing something a little different than what I'm doing, because I was doing the long form walks.
Jellybean says, I'm going to the Jays game tomorrow. Definitely not with anyone from the chat laughing. Hey, thank you for the $5, but there are tons of awesome people I'd love to go with to a Jays game in the chat.
And I think Divyesh asked me a question earlier saying if I'm still trying to get my passport, and yeah, I still haven't done that. I still have to get my passport renewed.
Yeah,
You
I
have
do
to
too.
do that too, eh? Yeah.
I have to do that too. Mega Tokyo asks, do we know who was the first YouTuber to do Toronto walking videos? Was it one of you guys or someone else? When I started, the main person doing one other than Ken was my walk around. He still like comes and goes every once in a while. He'll like upload a bunch. But for a while, for like the first 3 years, all three of us were like neck and neck. I remember going to Social Blade when I was at work, because when I work in an office, I do anything but actual work.
Right.
And I remember comparing our channels, and all three of us were getting like 500 to 700 views every day. We were all gaining like the same amount of subscribers. Then I was looking at our thumbnails, and they were all very similar. Our titles were all similar.
Yeah, yeah.
Our videos, yours were a little shaky before you got the camera.
Yeah.
But they were all like the same idea, the same kind of thing. So there was that, but in terms of who was the first, it might have been Trontopia.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing.
He might have started doing the walking videos after we started.
Yeah, he wasn't doing walking videos in the same way we were. He was doing more like vlog type things where there'd be cuts and there'd be music and stuff like that, right? I was inspired by the Action Kid style where you just have one long continuous take where you're just walking with no editing really or anything, you know. Yeah.
And that was before narrating too. So
Yeah.
it was super easy.
Yeah, I was going to say my first narrated video, I think, was in spring of 2019. Because I remember I did a walk from St. James Park down King Street where I thought I'd try the narration. So,
And you didn't stick with it though, did you?
well, I didn't do it every time after that. I thought, okay, I'll try one. I'll see how it goes. And then I went back to no narration again. But then eventually I started doing it regularly, right? But my first one was spring 2019. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Someone asked me how was Tokyo. Tokyo was good. Gertej would like an ooh.
Hey, pizza.
The pizza is here. What's the time? 7:49. Those who said 7:45 to 7:55, you win. All right, Ken, you have to entertain everyone.
All right. Yeah, I haven't seen my walk around make a video in a long time now. Oh, it's pizza time. Skydome should be called Skydome. Of course, I still call it Skydome. I haven't called it anything other than that.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza.
Hey, A.O., how you doing? Clem Lows wants to know if he can have a slice. Yeah. When am I going to travel to other countries with Johnny? I don't know. I have some ideas of traveling to other countries. I'm not sure if I'll be going solo or with someone else. What's my least favorite TTC bus route? I don't think I have a least favorite one. Let's just say the Sufferin' Dufferin, because that's one of the few ones I've ridden on more than one occasion, and it's always been a drag. That's why I ride it.
All right. I bring a gift for Ken.
Oh, wow, look at that.
I heard a rumor that...
This is my favorite kind, too.
Oh, really? I ordered a combo from Alouette Go last night.
Yeah, yeah.
And I realized this was happening, so
Nice.
instead of the Diet
Oh,
Coke, I got
thank
a
you.
mug root beer.
Thank you very kindly, sir. Yeah, mug is my favorite root beer.
Do you remember before, back in the 80s and 90s, it was always Hires and A&W?
Yeah, yeah,
And then it became Mug and Barks.
yeah,
Like Pepsi and Coke muscled Hires and A&W out.
yeah. I like Barks a lot, too. I just don't see it in the grocery store ever, so I don't
Maybe
get
it
it.
lacks the bite it used to.
Yeah.
All right. So here are our thin-ish crusts.
Hey, Toronto Walker,
Pizzas.
$2 for Johnny.
Toronto Walker, who's your next YouTuber to be interviewed? I don't know if this is going to be a thing. This might be a one-off. This might never be a thing. I don't know. Kramer says that
Or
thumbnail.
if it does really well, maybe it'll be a regular thing. Who knows?
Fun story behind that thumbnail, but thank you, Toronto Walker. I was trying to describe Ken as best as I could, and
That's what came up.
so I will. Oh, some of my green peppers and banana peppers spilled
See how
over.
I'm not putting a ring on your table, see? Yeah.
I don't care. Well, I fucked that up pretty good. You can grab one of your. Isn't this exciting? Divyesh says, question for you both. Honestly answering, does the constant sniping by others, a few regulars, annoy you? Does it spoil your original video fans? plans? Does it feel like you're being stalked? Divyesh Patel, thank you for the question, and I'm going to defer to Ken for the first.
It all depends. There, that's my answer.
Yeah. I think I understand that. Well, there's two kinds of snipes. There's the people that come and say, hey, you know, I always wanted to meet you. Sometimes they even give a little gift or something. Talk for like 30 seconds. It's very friendly. Maybe do a selfie and they leave. And then there's the type of snipe where someone snipes and then they're your shadow, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And both of those, I think, can be fine. And there's some people that do it in a way that doesn't bother me at all. And there's some people that, when I start to see the chat and I see how the chat is responding, that's what affects me, right? Like,
yeah.
Because, I don't know, like, yeah, most of it's fine. Most of it's fine. I'm not going to say it's not. But sometimes it can be a little much when you get sniped by, say, 3 or 4 people. And now they're standing a foot away from you and they're talking loudly to one another. And like that's all going into my microphone. That kind of gets annoying because people didn't tune in to hear a group of people have a conversation. So it's, but most of it's fine. Like today, like Liam showed up. That was awesome. He gave us a drink. He's like super duper friendly.
Yeah.
Right? Vasily snipes sometimes and he literally like does the same thing and he doesn't try to take over the stream. He just walks with you, right? So there's like, yeah, that's my answer to it.
Yeah, 90% of the time it's perfectly fine, and you know it's fun.
Chris, the Pepsi driver, Ken and Johnny, 1 bite. Everyone knows the rules. Domino's Pizza. What's your score out of 10? Decimal points count.
I have to say, this is really, really good. I mean, it's been so long since I've had Domino's, and wow, I'm like. I feel like I've been missing out. Like, this is really good. This is like a...
Mine fell apart, but...
This is like an 8 out of 10 slice of pizza, as far as I'm concerned. This is really good.
This Domino's Pizza near me looks... Or they just do an amazing job. Better than other Domino's pizzas. I don't know what it is. Let's Chat and Chill Out Vlog says, I've always wanted to do a podcast on my YouTube channel. I don't know if this qualifies as a podcast.
I don't think so.
We're literally eating a pizza. You're probably listening to us, like, smacking our lips together, eating food. It's probably really gross. Crystal says, make it a weekly event. I don't know about that, but we'll... I wanted to do some different kind of content, and to be honest with you, this was just a perfect storm of that comment on Ken's channel. Someone saying, hey, why haven't you been to Johnny's house? And I'm like, hey, I haven't done anything with him in a while. Also, I just bought this new camera. And I need to like justify it somehow. Because I don't do a whole lot of, like it's a really nice webcam.
That is nice.
But do I need a really, really nice webcam? And I'm never going to take it out, right? I'm never going to make like walking videos with it. It's like a friggin' mirrorless on a tripod. So yeah, everything just came together. So here we are.
Johnny has so much stuff. It's like a studio in here. It's like a TV studio.
We're not even using the big light. I can show them. I got this super duper. This thing is basically the sun. If I turn this on, you will go blind.
I'll need to put my sunglasses back on.
It is ridiculous. But we're not using this. Also,
just Smitty, yeah. Johnny got me mug root beer, which is my favorite brand.
Johnny doesn't know how to set his tripod back up. There we go. Ooh, Ken going in for seconds.
So now that we're hanging out in your house, which in my opinion is the true sign of when people are friends, when they've been to
where I live.
each other's apartment. Should I call you Johnny or John? What do your regular non-YouTuber friends call you?
Now Johnny.
Do they call you Johnny? Yeah.
I grew up, when I was a kid, up until like grade 2, I was Johnny.
Yeah.
Then I became John. YH $5. Canadian pizza so bad that Biker Boy is eating Domino's. Hey, pizza, not as good as this. Yeah, so I was like Johnny, and then I was John from like probably grade 2 all the way into like my late teens. Then I worked at a supermarket, and there were 3 Johns. And I was just like, call me Jonathan. Because when they're like, can John come to the front counter? And you're just like, is that me? You know, why don't you give our last initial? They would just always read the first name, and it was always annoying. So I was like, Jonathan. And then that just kind of, I was like, I think I like this better. So I just went by Jonathan. And then I started this stupid channel. And now I'm like a Johnny again. And even my friends that always called me John or Jonathan call me Johnny now.
Okay.
So I guess that's just the way it works.
Yeah, I've had a few people call me Kenneth, you know, friends of mine. And then lots of them call me Kenny. Usually family members call me Kenny. And then most friends call me just Ken, yeah. Just Ken. I'm just Ken.
I just ate all the cheese. I did that annoying thing where it all rips off. So I'm sure that looked nice. Lisa's dad's name is John. Randy Ruck says, okay, ladies, who's the best looking dude?
Oh.
Cam asks, what's the frequency count? Joanne says, Ken, you should bring Johnny to North Bay.
Oh.
Lots of content to be made up there, or is it more of a...
I don't know if I'd want to punish him that way, you know? I don't know. It's pretty harsh.
Jenny K says, I'm winning with the legs. We don't know what he's hiding under there. Ken doesn't... Why don't you wear shorts? Can you explain to the people why you don't wear shorts?
It's just not my style. It's just not my style. I don't know.
Candace says, I have pale legs. Probably do. Cam criticizing my graphic tees. MK says, what is the camera? What? The camera, it's a Sony mirrorless, a Sony Alpha mirrorless. I'll see if you can guess which model, but for the live stream, we're just running in auto everything. I've been recording in S-Log 3 and color grading it, but for the live stream, it's just too much.
Someone asked earlier what was on my t-shirt. It's just, I love Buffy. So, yeah.
Ken's a Buffy fan. Lisa says there's a million Sony mirrorless models. Sony Alpha, a current Sony Alpha. I think the lowest end, not the EV whatever Mark 1. What did Ken do before YouTube? I think someone asked that as well. But just before we get to that question, Alicia Lewis, $20, by far the best live stream yet. Cheers. Really? If this is the best live stream yet, what are we doing walking around the city for? Buying all this
I don't know, man.
networking gear, SIM cards. But Alicia, see, Ken got in my head over that. Thank you for the $20. Cheers to you, Alicia Lewis. You are the envy of my life right now in Thailand.
Before YouTube, I had a boring job downtown where I have to wake up early and do the same repetitive, boring tasks Monday through Friday. And that's
Is that what you do now?
Well, I guess. But
Walk
now
to Dundas
at
Square,
least
think of a name.
I'm my own boss now, at least. Yeah. So I was like, I felt like I was stuck in a bit of a rut doing that job, you know? Yeah.
Yahya, I'll join in on the super chat train, I guess. Thank you, Yahya. Cheers to you.
Thanks. Yeah. Hey, Brad Palmer, how you doing? Speaking of North Bay.
Greetings, Brad Palmer. Justin, it says Domino's. Yep. Indeed. Bill Chow says unusual live stream, but not the best. I love Bill
Very
Chow's
honest.
like.
He's very honest, Bill
If
Chow.
you ever need an opinion on something, ask Bill Chow.
Yeah. He just gives you the honest dirt right there, yeah.
He may have massaged that response a little bit as well. Alicia says that's okay. Still got your.
Hey, the
Name
try
it.
guy.
Damn, Ken, you didn't have to do us with the 9 to 5s like that. You know what? This is still kind of a 9 to 5. I wake up in the morning. It's 9 a.m. I've got a premiere running. Then at like 10, it's like, what am I going to do today? And until I've done the thing I need to do that day, it's like a rain cloud over my head. Like, there's no such thing as a free lunch, right? Work is work. This is still work.
Yeah.
Kurt D says, have to agree, one of the best live streams. Well, thank you for the compliments. You guys are way too nice.
Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying, Kurt.
Omar says, do phone calls like Sundays. That way people can talk to both of you. There's an idea. Maybe once the pizza's all out of the way with, we could do that. Ken has one more piece.
Oh, that's. Oh, I thought that was your piece.
Oh, you can have half, man.
Oh, okay.
You originally only wanted a quarter,
Oh, okay. Wow, awesome.
and now you're eating half of the pizza.
Got more pizza. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is good, man. I think Domino's might be back in my life, maybe. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I got a notification saying 42% off all Domino's pizzas, and then I couldn't find it, and then I just like bought it anyways.
Okay. Because there's one at Wellesley and Sherbourne, so that's just up the street.
Oh, you just order that for pickup. I had a big bowl of cereal before I went out tonight and sniped you. Walk Every Day says, I agree, this is an interesting format for you guys. Oh, thank you. Walk Every Day, interesting title. It's kind of weird watching yourself on like a 15-second delay.
It is weird. It's kind of freaking me out. It's kind of making me feel like I'm tripping again a little bit. Yeah.
Kurt Affair says, everyone can have Ken at their house if you lure him with pizza and root beer. Jolly Bean says, super chatters get the leftovers. Better send those super chats then. All right, I'll ask you guys if you want some viewer call-in action. I'll put up a poll. Start a poll. Jane Jarin, $5. Have fun, dudes. Both of ya look amazing. Off to work. Have a cocktail for you. Well, I will have a beer for you, but thank you, Jay Jarin, so much.
Thank you very
for
much.
The false compliment and the super chat. It's definitely appreciated. Simple yes or no, nothing witty. Should we do viewer call-ins later? Let's see. And holy shit, we have 400 people watching.
Why?
402. I thought maybe we hit a dead end with the audio issues. YH says, can I call in? I got some new jokes. Well, we'll have to, I'll get back to you on that, but thank you for the $2, YH. Please do call-ins. I want Ken to talk to Dylan's dad.
Dylan's
I
dad.
saw Dylan Reynolds on the... By the way, Jeff Lepard, happy birthday to you, fine sir. He did a live stream last night on Beers and Cheers 2 where he had like a panel, like a video wall. Like a lot of, I guess, his friends and viewers. And Dylan Reynolds was a panel member on his chat. It was quite interesting. Chris Mills says, I'm sure Dylan's dad will call in. Jenny Kritzkamp says, nothing else to watch. Well, we're doing this tonight because it's in between Leaf games. Although we're not really going to have to worry about that after tomorrow night, I think.
What do you think they're going to be? Yeah.
What do you think? Did you see the score
I don't
last
know.
night?
Well,
Did you see what happened?
yeah. Well, maybe they'll be extra, angry, and they'll
Because of the humiliation?
maybe. Yeah.
Farhan says, any updates on the TTC Line 5 opening date? I know as much as you guys, but walking through Eglinton Station, it's getting more and more open. You can now clearly see in to where all the connections are to the crosstown part of the station. Like, they have security guards like standing there blocking those entrances. It looks like the tunnels that connect Yonge and Eglinton to the other corners of the intersection are ready to open up. They've like torn everything down and you can peer in and see that. They're running the escalators from the subway platform down to the crosstown platform. All the lights are on. So my guess is by September, but hopefully earlier than that. But it definitely feels like it's getting ready. Randy Ruck says, why would 400 guys be watching you guys eat pizza? LOL. I don't know.
I've never had, well, usually I don't like being seen eating, to be honest.
Sure.
But oh well.
Well, pizza's...
I'm just going with it.
That's
so.
an easy thing to eat
Yeah.
on camera. It's not like you're eating like a burrito and it's like falling apart. Otterly Free says, Johnny, put a shoe on your head. Maybe. Maybe Ken is a never nude like Tobias from Arrested Development. Maybe. Lisa says either this is the ultimate troll or they're opening early. Maybe. Who knows? The Try Guy says Ken is really enjoying that pizza. Yeah, good thing I put meat on half because that's kind of protecting my half.
Yeah, I could eat an entire pizza like this.
Well, the thin crust is pretty like, it's not that dense, right? It's pretty low calorie, I think, as well. So it's kind of good. Randy Ruck says Line 5 September. Yeah, that would be my guess. Hannah says, I love both of your live streams from around Toronto. Thank you. Cam wants me to show you my hat collection. I have two hats. I have the faded Patagonia hat and the bench hat. Sheena Roberts, will you guys do an arm wrestling match? Who will win? Have you seen Ken's biceps? They're like double mine. I don't know. They look like a small child's legs. Like they're pretty. I would be curious who would win a push-up contest. That might be close.
What are you up to now? Push-ups?
I don't count. I do weighted vest, 3 of 20 with 40 pounds.
Wow.
But I don't know what that translates to for, right? Because there's a cardio element as well when you push it, but I don't know. Pull-up contest? I got a pull-up bar right over there. I might be able to take that one just because I practice it regularly. That's the advantage of having a...
I don't do regular pull-ups, but yeah.
When you see a park, I did them. I remember before I started working out, there was a park up here, and I set up my gimbal and I tried it, and I couldn't do like the monkey bars.
Right.
I literally did like one and fell down.
That was the moment for you, right?
Yeah, that's like the holy shit.
That was like, I have to do something about this.
And then you go home and you realize the average adult can't even do one pull-up, and you're like, that's sad. I don't want to be that person.
I don't know. Like I don't do pull-ups regularly, but I might be able to do 20 good form pull-ups maybe.
That's pretty good. That's like top 2% probably of all people, right? Yeah. I once had this one really big dude like bump into me, and I was just like, fuck off. And he's like, you got a problem with me? He's like, there's not one thing you could beat me at. I'm like, push-ups, pull-ups. There's a lot of body weight stuff I would slaughter you at. Like, just because you're big makes you entitled to think you're a douchebag and you can go around like belittling people.
If your weight isn't that much and you have, like nice wiry, strong muscles, you can do a lot of body weight type exercises.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Because, I mean, I don't know what you weigh, like maybe like 165 or
155.
155? Okay, yeah.
That kind of helps with
I might even weigh more than you, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a skinny little bastard.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a weird topic. Let's veer off of it. But no, I don't think there's going to be... Honestly, I don't think I would have a chance in an arm wrestle.
It's hard to say, right?
Good thing we don't have a table right in front of us that we could easily settle this on.
It's hard to say. Some skinny guys who you think would be easy to beat, you know, might blow you away, and then some big guys might be easy to take. You just never know. Yeah.
Anna says, I can't hear Ken. Can you guys hear Ken okay? Here, I'm just going to do... Oh, right in front of us. I hear Ken just fine.
It's hard to say. Some skinny guys who you think...
No, we sound about the same.
Hello, Hannah, by the way. Thanks for watching my channel as well.
Dara Balicki says Ken is low-key jacked. Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. You need to buy smaller t-shirts just so your arms are like, you know, exploding. You know the guys that do that? And you know they bought a t-shirt that's way too small just so they can walk around.
I don't want to do that, though. It looks, yeah, it looks a little weird, so...
Agreed, Ken is jacked, and yeah, I can hear him fine. Yeah, sorry guys, this isn't professional audio mixing, as you realized. Randy Ruck says, let's wrestle. Lilo says, do a full body wrestle. What I would want to know is who could win a distance-based walking contest?
I think I could walk forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
I think I could just... My feet don't get sore. That's like the main thing that'll take you out sometimes, right? When you get blisters and stuff like that.
Peter Bradfield, 199. This stream be like why we visit zoos. Peter Bradfield, hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 199 super chat. Thank you very much, Peter Bradfield. 89% of you said yes, we should do calls. 11% said no. What? Maybe we'll do some calls in about 10 minutes. How's that? Just Smitty says forever walking into the continuum. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I do this channel is whenever I traveled, whenever I go anywhere, I would always want to walk. I remember going to Osaka, being on the other side of the city, like 15, 20 kilometers from my hotel with a group of people drinking. And it was like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm going to walk back, see what's up. And they're like, what are you doing? This is before Google Maps.
Right.
I couldn't just pull out my phone and follow the blue thing. And I just navigated by sign, by landmark, while drunk in the middle of the night, took 1 billion steps, woke up the next morning, went on a hike.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah. Yeah, I've always just been a walker. Even when I was a kid, I just went on long, long walks all over my hometown, for hours and hours. That's just what I've always liked to do. So I don't think I could get tired. Maybe eventually, I don't know.
Randy Ruck says, now we're talking, Johnny, the race is on. Truly Canadian says, I think Henry and Tara could outwalk both of you. I think both of them have probably the same thing we do, where they just feel like we can just walk and walk, which is maybe why they do what they do. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna say ill about them, but I mean, Tara walked Yonge Street.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. She was pretty her feet were all blistered up by the end, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't say mine wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine probably would be. I don't know.
All right. Randy Ruck says, Ken, you can't back out either. Why would Ken back out? Lisa questioning that I went on a hike. Yes, I did. All right. It is 8. At 8:25, we'll do some viewer calls. Top 905 says, I walk 25K steps every day. That is excellent. If everyone did that, I think the average life expectancy would probably shoot up 5-10 years on average. There's really nothing healthier you can do than walk a whole lot. Crystal says, do a walk marathon on Yonge. Both of you guys. Loser is your butler for the day.
Was this a Seinfeld episode?
Alicia says, I already told Ken, but both of you are invited to our birthday. This better be a hell of a birthday bash, Alicia. Just kidding, but when is that? Where is it? Jennifer Gala. Hello, Johnny and Ken. Crystal clear picture. Thank you.
Is that your 30th birthday, Alicia? I was surprised when she told me she was.
I thought she was 20.
I thought, yeah, me too. Yeah.
Wow. Neat stuff. Jennifer Gala is a audio visual expert.
Yeah.
Quite the... Yeah. Jennifer, you'll be very disappointed in me. I just literally set this camera to auto and let it do all the work. We don't have the background blur on very good. I can hit a button to do that, but then you couldn't see the computer in the background so well with me and Ken on it. It would just look blurry. So we'll leave that unclear.
Got a Seinfeld reference. Yeah.
Noni says, next live stream, Ken and Johnny Strides eating a burrito at Ken's place. Maybe. That Burrito Boys near you was supposed to close down. What's the status of that building with the Imperial Pub, the Burrito Boys?
They seem to have taken down that development notice off the building. Maybe it's just been shelved, or maybe it's just indefinitely on hold. I didn't really like that proposal anyway, like what was proposed there. I didn't think it was a good fit for that corner, so I'm not really that bothered by it. And Burrito Boys can stay, and Imperial Pub can stay.
Like we need more housing, but
yeah,
I turn into a NIMBY when something I like is threatened. It's like, no, don't tear it down.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed Burrito Boys would just relocate to another nearby spot, right? But
yeah. Well, the one on Adelaide didn't.
That's true. Yeah.
Alicia says, October 3rd on Friday, I'm doing it somewhere. October 3rd. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. October 3rd.
I was saying in my stream before this that I don't plan things usually more than a month in advance usually. But October 3rd, sure. I mean, I'll be around. Yeah.
The Try Guy says the stream does look good. Crystal, Johnny, good purchase. Thank you. It's if you're wondering about the technical side, I've got the mirrorless camera with a super long HDMI cable running into the PC. And then the PC is doing all the encoding and sending it to YouTube in 4K. So hopefully it looks good. Hopefully it looks good.
Wow, that was delicious. That pizza was good. Root beer was good. Thank you.
Would you like a bubbly?
No, I'm good, yeah.
You're good? Yeah. We're going to do some viewer calls in about 5 minutes or so, I think. I'm probably going to go get myself another drink. Maybe I'll get a bubbly instead of an alcoholic beverage. I'll leave you to entertain everyone.
Okay. All right. I got it. Hey, thanks, Lisa Adams, who shares a birthday with Johnny.
November? Excuse me, you're in my way.
I got pizza in my teeth.
Imagine if I went into the bathroom and didn't turn my mic off. I just had that thought.
Hey, William, I'm feeling A-okay. Feeling pretty good now after that pizza and root beer.
Leave that with you, sir.
Okay. Make sure he didn't bring this into the bathroom with him. Push-up time, says Epic Nation HD. I did my push-ups today before I came out to stream. Okay, good to hear, Hannah. No dessert? I don't know. I don't know if Johnny has any dessert. I think I'm good, though. I don't think I need any dessert. Jennifer, right? What's my workout routine? I just work out at home. I have a barbell. I have a couple dumbbells. So maybe like a few times a week I'll work out for like 30 minutes to an hour. I'll mix it up. I'll do some curls. I'll do some overhead press with the barbell. You know, do some rows.
Bent over rows?
Yep, bent over rows. Yep.
With the dumbbells or the barbell?
With the barbell.
I do that with this thing.
Yeah. I'll do like, what do you call it when you do the
tricep
extension? Yeah, do those with
you can do them laying down and do a skull crusher.
Yeah, I've done those before. Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, and I do bench press with a homemade bench press I made out of 2 ottomans. And I have a table that's round like this. There's a round table in front of us here, but mine is a higher table. It's like a kitchen table. So I put the ottomans in front of the kitchen table, and I put the barbell right on the edge of the table. So it's just sort of suspended around the curve of the table, and that's how I do my bench press. It looks dangerous, but I've been doing it for over 10 years like that. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Do you do like 3 sets of something, or do you
Yeah.
just do...
Yeah, 3 sets of 12 usually, or something like that.
Are you going to say the weight?
Well, the thing is, since I have no real bench press and I have a table that I'm not sure how much weight it can hold, I don't put too much weight on it. I might put like 140 or 150 pounds on it, and I'm afraid to put any more on it than that, right?
I think what Ken needs is one of these
Oh, okay.
little
Yeah.
bench press that you can just
I had one a long time ago.
literally just pull
I had
the
a
legs
fold
out.
up. I had one of those. Not like just like that, but close enough. Yeah.
You know what? I might be getting rid of this one. Would you be interested in it?
Maybe. Yeah. I might be. Yeah.
Because I want to buy an incline one just so I can get some more variation.
Yeah, I might take this off your hands. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's very compact. That's why I bought it.
Yeah.
It's kind of. All right.
But yeah, so I'm afraid to put any more weight on that makeshift bench press, so I don't lift really heavy on there. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, well, with that thing, sometimes when I lift too much, it lifts the board, actually. Like, I have to weigh
Okay.
that down with weights, so.
But 140, 150, that's heavy enough to...
You do
Yeah.
140 times 3 sets of 10?
Yeah, or 3 sets of 12.
That's
or
like your,
whatever.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I do. That's a lot more than I do.
I got like a frog in my throat here.
Aiden Thompson McGuire, what are some of the negative aspects of doing YouTube for a living that some people who do YouTube full-time don't talk about? For me, one of them is you get like a form of writer's block. Like sometimes I'll wake up and it'll be a beautiful day. I'll have the whole day to myself and I'll do nothing and I'll beat myself up over it because I just could not come up with something to do. Another one, this is one I think people talk about, but it's very inconsistent month to month. You know, what you make in May might be a third of what you made in November.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you're very much at the whims of the algorithm, but that's one people, for me,
Yeah.
it's probably just the writer's block. That's the thing that gets me. And then I go force myself to do something that I didn't want to do, and it turns out great, and people liked it. And it's like, what was I even worried about? How about you?
Just trying not to be too repetitive, I guess. Yeah.
That's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. But I like making titles for my videos. I really enjoy that part.
You seem to put a bit more effort into that part than I do. The title and
I try to make it like...
and the caption on the thumbnail.
I try to include little references in my titles, you know. That
Sometimes
make it,
puns.
yeah, that make it fun or whatever, yeah. And I like doing that. I find it fun.
Versus West Queen West, March 2025.
Doesn't matter
Toronto
anyway.
walk.
Doesn't matter. Like some people on other channels I've noticed don't put any effort whatsoever, or they might even put the same title over and over again for every walk, and their channel still gets decent views in any case. So does it really matter? Probably not, right? Yeah.
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 So it's the fighting.
I was looking at another WalkTubers channel today, and I noticed a lot of the videos that they have the same title pretty much every time, and the videos still get a consistent number of views every time. So I was like, why am I doing this with all this effort into the titles and everything? I don't need to, but I do it
'cause
anyway.
The algorithm knows
Yeah.
your audience and it feeds your
Yeah.
audience your videos and they click on it.
Yeah.
It's not. Some YouTubers like release a video every 2 weeks or so, and they
Yeah.
can't like afford a dud, so they need like a new concept and a new title, and like they have to pitch it out to the world like, you know, like it's a movie. Whereas we're spitting out 6-7 videos a week. right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think the algorithm is adapted to that. So it's not super duper important from that point of view. Lisa says Ken's titles kill mine. One rule of thumb I stick to that I don't think Ken does is I try to keep my titles under 70 characters.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Just so it can all fit
Mine
on the
usually
screen.
end up 100 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always truncate mine to be under, and I always try to put Toronto Walk or Walk Toronto. Jennifer Gallus says, I think, guys, if you two make a channel like it disappeared from the TV, a podcast discussing Toronto news and life or Canadian news and entertainment plus technology, it will be successful. We could try that. A joint channel, a different idea. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do. Like you should do like a travel guide to Toronto. You should do like how to get to the airport. Not a video of me at the airport, literally buying a ticket, sitting on the train, recording the whole friggin' ride, and getting off at Union. But like, and that kind of gets into the territory of the stuff that's tedious and that I don't like making. Right? But I know there's a market there for that, right? There's a lot of stuff along those lines we could do.
Breakdance contest.
Ayo, $5 breakdance contest. Interesting words on the screen, but thank you so much for the $5. Cheers to you. Thank you.
I used to be able to do the worm. I haven't tried to do that.
Jillian Felix says, one question. Was the thumbnail for this stream real or made with AI? No, that was real. We, me and Ken went to Glamour Shots yesterday.
Yeah, I grew my hair back just for that thumbnail. That's right.
Yeah, I've been on steroids just for the last few months just to get that thumbnail.
Me too, because I wanted to get extra buff. Yeah.
Yeah, we deflated last night.
Hey, thanks, Lorraine McLean. Thank you.
Lisa says it becomes a different type of thing if you do it organically, and if people have questions, they can ask. Yeah, that's a very different thing from what Jennifer Galla was proposing. Anyways, I guess I promised we would take some viewer calls, so we could do that. I think that's on my iPhone. I don't know.
Have you had to turn on your AC yet this year?
Yes,
Have
I've
you?
had it on for the past several. I only turned it off so it doesn't interfere
It doesn't
with.
feel too hot in here now, though.
No, I got the. Well, I guess the window's kind of blocked,
Yeah,
but
feels okay.
it's cooling off at night. It's cooling off at night.
I have to put mine in. I have to like install mine. You know, it's kind of a pain.
Is
in the
yours an
ass.
AC/heater like mine? It does
No,
both.
it's just a regular AC. I have a separate heater.
Do you
that-
control the heat?
Yeah, I control it. Yeah.
Yeah, some buildings like you have no say in that. The
Yeah,
heat
I would
just
hate.
comes.
I would hate to live in a place like that. Same with the AC, right? They don't turn it on until June or something like that.
Yeah, I hate that feeling of my skin getting dry.
Yeah.
Just because then you have to put on a humidifier. It's like, what are we doing? I'd rather not put on the heat and have an extra blanket
Yeah.
than deal with like the
Well,
heat.
it was a bit hot in my apartment last night, so I slept on my floor. It was a bit cooler down on the floor, so I just made a little bed with a bunch of throw pillows, you know. And I'm just going to sleep on the floor, and I had my fan on the floor right beside me, blowing directly on me. It was pretty good. It was pretty comfortable. Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to open it up for calls, but we currently have to watch an ad for Nissan Rogue. There's my wind muff solution.
Oh, nice, nice.
Diva Tequila in the chat. All right. I already waited for the countdown. Now it's doing another countdown. How do I get out of this? Close.
That's right, Hannah. I was camping, sort of.
If you would like to call in, we're going to keep the calls very short and brief. But if you want to call in, the number is 647-313-9658. And you can talk to me and Ken. Ask us anything. Oh, we already have a phone call coming through.
Holy.
We have a 647 number. Let me put the speakerphone on. And hopefully this microphone can pick it up. Hello there.
Hello?
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Sounded like Leah.
It hung up. All right. We got
Top-
another one.
Top 905. I would if I could
Hello there.
pay the same rent.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
You're talking to Romero.
Romero, what's up? Are you ever in Ken's chat as well?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm always looking at Ken and his chat.
Yeah.
I look at both of you guys.
Awesome.
Uh,
It looks
I'm
like
on
it looks like you're talking to my my left titty here. This is a little awkward. Maybe I should move my microphone a little bit.
Hey Romero, how you doing?
Good. I'm unfaithful. I don't choose. You both are my mistress. I can't pick one.
If you could only pick one of us, which one would it be?
John Ken.
John Ken.
John Ken?
Yeah.
Are you a politician by any chance?
Yes.
Awesome.
I don't. So what I say in here, I'm gonna talk in third person.
Awesome. Now Romero is calling from Toronto.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I always ask my viewers to do when they call in, right?
Yep. It's not a joke, but it's I guess it's a joke.
It better be a joke.
Have you heard the news? It's breaking news.
No, what's the breaking news?
Breaking news from CNN. The CEO of IKEA was just elected Prime Minister of Sweden. The first thing he'll do is assemble his cabinet.
Oh boy.
If there was a gong in this room, we would be hitting it.
Hey, don't be a hater.
Oh, that was good, Romero. That was good. Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
All right, I'm signing out.
All right, take care,
Later,
Romero.
Romero.
Yep. Bye. Bye, Ken.
Bye.
Awesome, dude.
That was
Hopefully
actually a well-crafted joke.
there was a gong in this room, we would be hitting it. I was trying to see if we could hear the how was the volume on that call, guys? Could you guys hear that okay? I'm not monitoring this. I'm an idiot. I don't know how to run one of these. Some people are laughing. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Romero, he always brings it whenever he calls. And I have pinned the number if you want to call in, 647-313-9658. Hey, we've got a 365 area code. Where's 365?
You got me.
Could you guys hear that okay?
Hello there.
Did we lose him?
Hello? I don't know. I think we might have lost them. I don't know. Whoever that was, if you want to call back, I'll try to answer. I've got 3 people calling all at once now. I'm just going to give that person one chance to call back. But there's 3 calls coming in. I didn't even know this thing could do that. YH says, terrible joke. Need some of the famous YH jokes. Why, hello there.
Hello.
Can I guess who we're speaking to?
You can.
Oh, I think you went off. This sounds like Vivian Johnson.
I don't think so.
No,
Is it Lisa?
Ken, how did you know?
Because I've heard her voice before. When she called you another time.
How's it going, Lisa?
Good, how are you?
Good. Any photography tips for us?
Tips? Don't use flash.
Do cameras even, my camera doesn't have a flash. I thought cameras were supposed to have flashes. Has that not been
Your
a thing
flash
for a while?
is probably when that pops up, but it may or may not, but just don't use it. General rule.
All right. All right.
Have you seen any good graffiti pieces lately, Lisa, that I should know about?
Oh, Ken, all the time. There's a really cool one that is west of Ossington on the north side.
Yeah?
Very big.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for that one.
On Bloor Street.
Okay.
All right, Lisa, if you could only watch one of our channels, whose would it be?
We know the answer to that question.
I plead the fifth. I'm not answering that.
No?
No, I'm not answering that.
I was Romero at least gave a witty
Yeah,
answer.
give us a fake answer then, Lisa.
No, I'm just not going to answer. No, I can't do it.
All right, it's your last meal on Earth. Who would you rather have cook it, me or Ken?
Me or you? I don't know if Ken can cook. So I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to rewind. I don't know because I don't know if Ken can cook.
No, that's
But I
the
know
thing.
you
You have to
can.
choose now based on your limited info. Who do you think? You've seen my cooking.
You know what? Ken. I'll pick Ken.
She would rather take a chance than eat sub-mediocre food. All right.
Hey, I was forced to make a choice.
Do you have a joke for us tonight?
I do, actually.
All right. Let's hear it.
How does a Torontonian screw in a light bulb?
How does a Torontonian screw in a light bulb?
Oh, I think I know the answer to this one.
Okay, go ahead. Spoil it.
We just hold it. Oh, just can't want to say it? Go ahead.
Something about how the world revolves around Toronto? Something like that?
Yeah, we just hold it in the air and the world revolves around us.
Right, yeah. It's true, though.
But yeah,
It's true. You can't argue with that. Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, Lisa. Ken kind of spoiled that one for me.
Okay, let's pretend I didn't say anything.
all right.
Let's pretend I didn't say anything.
All right. Well, Lisa, thank you for calling in, and I hope you have an awesome night. And thanks for supporting both of our channels equally.
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
But most certainly not any other Toronto-based walking channels. Just these two, right? Okay.
Absolutely not. Cheers. Take care.
Thank you. That was Lisa D. Should we do another call or two? What do you guys say?
Sure. Yeah, I recognize her voice because I heard her call you before.
I often do call-ins at the end of my Sunday night stumble streams, if you're wondering where this came from. Oh, we're getting a call from Anonymous.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, who are we speaking to?
Yeah, I want to know who this is right now.
Do you have
Let me
any...
ask you a question. Why are you calling my girlfriend in the middle of the night?
This sounds
You
familiar.
better not hung up on me. Hello?
Hello? No, we're trying to figure this one out.
Stop yapping and listen.
This sounds
Don't
familiar.
make excuses, boy. You tell me who you are.
This sounds... I'm almost
Don't
picturing...
deny it, boy.
Boy.
This sounds
You
familiar, but
better
I
tell
can't
me the
place
truth
it.
right now.
It's not like the Righteous Gemstones or anything, is
Don't
it?
even know what I'm talking about.
I was-
am so angry right now. You are getting me frustrated.
Oh, man.
How long this been going on between you and her?
I know this, but I can't seem to place it, though, yeah.
Oh, really?
All right, I'm drawing a blank.
You've been knowing what's going on, no doubt.
I've been knowing what's going on, no doubt.
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
What the hell? Prankdial.com.
All right, let's do another call or two. Hello there.
Hello there.
Is this Janice?
It's, as far as I know, it's me.
I remember your voice. How's it going, Janice?
I'm doing great.
Great.
Hey, Janice.
Do you know Janice?
I
No.
can't help.
I mean, I know her from the chat, but I've never heard her on the phone before, yeah.
Hey, Ken, how are you?
I'm good, Janice.
It's good to hear you guys. I missed a bit of it because I was with my husband and my cat, and I realized that you guys were on, so I decided I'll pop on.
Oh, a lot of people in the chat are saying hi. Well, we want to thank you for watching our channels, of course, and for your support.
Hi, everyone.
Janice says, hi, everyone. Janice, you know what I'm going to ask you? Do you have a joke for us?
What's red, white, and black?
What's red, white, and black? You got me.
A newspaper.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, it's red, you know, like...
Yep, it's the oldest one in the book. I haven't heard that joke in like 20 years.
An oldie but a goodie.
Well, I like the oldies and the goodies. They're my favorite part of my life.
No, you're a gem, Janice. Well, I want to thank you for calling in, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome night.
Good night, Cameron, everybody.
All right, good night, Janice. Thank you.
Thanks, Janice.
Good night.
What a friendly lady. How did I not get that joke? That was like such a...
That's a classic, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to unpin the number, but if someone still calls, I'll consider answering it. I didn't think we'd be going this long. It's an hour and 15 minutes. You guys can feel free to ask us anything you want over the chat. We're probably only going to go for another 10 minutes or so, I think.
How long have we been going? Over
an hour and a half.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
The first 10 minutes of it was just me trying to make it not sound like shit.
Right, yeah.
Oh, we have another number calling in here. Hello there. Yeah, it's a 365 number again.
Is it that?
The first 10 minutes of it.
It's that joke thing again?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think maybe the app's not working properly. I don't know. Diva Tequila says, I remember when it was my first or second call with Johnny, I think Johnny wanted me to do some type of story with Ken and his superfan. Cold Hard Toronto says, we left Epic Nation on Young by... We left him on Young?
Did we abandon him?
We abandoned Liam.
I hope you're okay, Liam.
Did you find your way home?
Do I have a superfan story?
I don't know, Diva Tequila.
What superfan? Which one? I have so many.
I'm restarting my phone, by the way. I think there was a problem with the app because it was not working. Sheena says, I think the 365 number was Michelle. She tried to call in earlier. Well, sorry, Michelle. It's just wasn't working. I don't know. It's not you, it's me. I guess.
Pants are bunching up here.
If you wore shorts, you wouldn't have this problem. Do you own a pair of shorts?
No, actually, I don't. Yeah.
If you went to a pool party, what would you wear?
I'd wear shorts.
Not trunks, not swimming.
Oh. I guess, I don't know.
Like you're going to be jumping into the pool.
So I wouldn't be going into any water?
You would be going into the water. That's literally what I just said.
I'd wear shorts then.
Shorts, not a bathing suit.
Well, I guess I'd get a bathing suit. Yeah.
Do you own a bathing suit?
No.
You don't?
No.
When is the last time you were in a pool?
The last time I needed swimming trunks?
No, the last time you were physically inside a pool with water in it.
Oh, I have no idea. Like 20 years ago? Yeah. Yeah. The last time I went swimming, though, was in Lake Ontario. And that was in 2012. 2012, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jellybean wants to know if she sent you $100, would you wear shorts?
Probably. For like a day? Probably, sure, yeah.
I'm going to get a message from Ken. Hey, can I borrow some shorts?
Can I wear those ones?
right? Just reading the messages. Pool party at Ken's.
That's an interesting message there.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. Pool party at Ken's, yeah. In my bathtub.
Jellybean says, done. You better check your PayPal alerts.
That means I have to buy some shorts. How much do shorts cost these days?
30 to 40 bucks.
Maybe I could go to Value Village.
Just go to Winners and get like
Yeah.
a pair for like 15.
Yeah.
Take them back. Tell them.
Actually, I could just cut some. I have old pants I don't wear anymore. I could just cut the legs off them. There you go.
Jean shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it old school.
They got to be
Yeah.
well above the knee.
Right.
Or it doesn't count.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know shit about that, but
Trying to think, when was the last time I wore shorts out and about on the streets? Probably when I was like in my 20s.
so the same day you went to the pool.
Before that, but yeah. But probably when I was like about 22 or 23 years old was the last time I did that.
Junk Food Junction asks, I just joined. Did you guys have pizza tonight? Yes, we did. Pat75 says, Ken strikes me as an old school metalhead from back in the day.
I'm not really a metalhead, but I do hang out with people who are metalheads, so I could see that, yeah.
He seems more of a deadhead than a metalhead.
Yeah, I'm not one of those either, but
Fish head?
no.
No?
I'm just a Beatles guy. I just love the Beatles, man. Yeah. I love 60s music. Classic rock 60s music, but the Beatles are, you know, they're like
The
my-
upper echelons
yes,
of.
yes.
Lisa says he's not a metalhead. Yeah, when I think of like old school metal, I just think of like the Scorpions.
Yeah, I mean, I did listen to a little bit of that,
Like
but I've never been a
AC/DC.
metalhead, though. You know, I'm more of an indie rock guy, if you want to use more current music terminology. You know, I like indie rock.
It's amazing how many of those old metal bands are still going.
Yeah,
like
I know, yeah.
30 years later. It's like-
Yeah,
Ken is a Bay City roller. No clue says Led Zeppelin. His friend Jim may be a metalhead.
yeah. Jim is a metalhead. Yeah, that's why I've been to so many metal shows, just because I go with him because he wants me to go with him. So I'm like, sure, why not? So I've seen probably as many shows as most metalheads, you know, I've seen, but I'm not really one of them.
Carl Roth says, so wonderful to see you both together in Johnny's apartment. Well, the second we stop recording, I'll be kicking his ass out the door. But yeah, it's
I have to leave anyway, so
Yeah.
haha.
we'll probably wrap this up in 5 minutes or so. I don't know what we're doing. Let me know if you did watch it this far down in the comments what you thought. If you want to see it again, I don't know. Maybe Ken can host something at his channel or at his apartment. Maybe I don't know.
anything's
You did
possible.
a stream with Megan.
I
in
did a
your
couple
apart-
home streams with Megan, yeah. So it is possible to do that kind of stuff in my place, you know. I don't have all this equipment though, but yeah.
Not a lot of equipment, just
Yeah.
lights everywhere. But I already had this stuff for my most of this stuff for my other streams. Mary W says it's been great, thank you. Jillian says it's almost 9 o'clock. Yes, it is 8:51. Estelle says have a good night. Thanks for this. I guess we're. Michelle says, will you do any more calls tonight? Let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on any more calls. Peter Bradfield, what will Ken wear if Toronto majorly floods? Rubber boots? The Try Guy says Ken only does streams with...
Chicks. I don't know. I've done streams with Johnny before.
Hey. What are you implying? Sheena Roberts, 10 pounds. This has been fantastic. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Jeanette also.
Sheena Roberts, enjoying the fireside chat, says Jeanette. Thank you. Jeanette, you can see on the screen how like the sun's going down. It's getting I don't know, it just doesn't look as lit up. It actually
I just
looks...
keep noticing how shiny my forehead is. Yeah.
Well, there's a big friggin' light right there.
Yeah.
Here, let's turn that off and see what it does.
Now wait for the delay here.
There we go. I've turned off the light that was bouncing off of Ken's forehead That's just my normal fill light. That's not even a key light. And we're waiting for the results because when you stream in 4K, there's such a big difference.
Yeah, it's less shiny.
Yeah, it also looks like...
Now that it's getting dark, I have to put my sunglasses back on, as is tradition. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I want to thank Jeanette and Sheena and everyone else who sent support. I want to thank everyone who tuned in. This guy is at the Ken Continuum. I'll probably edit this live stream and put his name in the title or in the...
This lighting is so much better now.
You like this better?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pat75, when does spring arrive? When the Leafs are out? Pat75, that is not a joke. That is a fact. Thank you for the $2. And sadly, that's probably tomorrow. I hope it's not tomorrow, but that is probably tomorrow. As I was saying, if you wish to support Ken, subscribe to his channel. He's got channel memberships available over there. He's got a PayPal as well.
Come on over. It's fun times. Sometimes.
But yeah, and if you want to support me, same deal on this channel. Subscribe, hit the bell. Probably not going to do a stream like this for a while. I don't know if it'll be, if we do it again, if it'll be Ken, if it'll be someone else.
Yeah, it could be like a once a month thing, or I don't know.
Maybe. I think Ken just really liked getting the pizza.
Yeah, okay.
It's good, right? It's super, like, it's low-key
It's
underrated.
a good deal for me. I mean, you know, I come and hang out, get some free food. Yeah, hell.
Alicia Lewis says, any places I should visit in Bangkok? Depends how many days you have. Also, Bangkok is a hot, sweaty armpit of a city in the best way possible. So there's a million shopping malls if you want to do the air conditioning thing. Chinatown is really cool. Kowson Road at night is really cool.
This view out here is really kick-ass right now with the lighting. Yeah,
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Too bad there's a condo that's going to block it all pretty soon. It's even better when you look that way. I can see the CN Tower, and I can see, like...
Nice. It's like the golden hour, I think, right now, right?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Johnny, do more. Now you're letting viewers in your house. Party time. All right. Diva, Tequila, and everyone, let me... I'm going to have to end this. All right, I'll just hit stop.
Thank you, everyone. It was fun.
It was, as I always say, I will continue.
And I always will say yoink.
All right. You heard it from the man himself. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you, mods. Of course, thank you, mods. I forgot to thank the mods.